we talked a little bit about this before, but traveling for your family and you is actually the name of the game, right? So you were mentioning it. Traveling comes with stress, accidents, unforeseen events. Well, and the list probably goes on and on. If you have any other great things that happen that you can share, of course, I'd love to hear them. But what it comes down to is that traveling with kids, it takes a lot of patience, right?
Yes.
I'm just wondering, what's your approach on making sure your family and you have the best possible, or the best enjoyment, the best time on each trip that you go on?
Sure. The first thing that comes to my mind whenever you mention that, just thinking about the experiences that we had, is that first trip to Seattle. We had 2 delayed planes while we were on the way there. So, there is, the kids, they're not going to want to sit in a hotel, not a hotel, an airport for hours and hours. So you need to be, as a parent and as a fearless father, you need to be prepared to be able to entertain them, to be able to make them laugh, run around with them. Don't be scared to make a fool of yourself in the airport if you have to, if it keeps your kids entertained. Bring the deck of cards, bring something you can travel with, that'll, coloring book that'll keep them entertained. Let them take responsibility too for some of the things that they want to bring. That's another thing that we do. If we're traveling, whether it's a road trip or on the airplane or whatever, they usually have like a little backpack, or if they want to bring a toy, that's theirs. It's their responsibility. Mom and dad are not going to hold it unless it's a specific case, and it's up to them to be able to come back with that particular thing. So that's definitely one thing. Another time we were in Florida, and it was a hot day, and we just got done hiking on the beach, and whenever we were getting back, everyone was drained. We're like, okay, what can we do right now that will make this better? And so my wife went to the ranger station, and she saw just a thing of ice cream, cones and whatnot. And she was like, this is perfect. Get the ice cream cones, bring it back to the car. And that just cheered everybody up, made everybody just feel so much better, cooled us down. It worked. And that was kind of recent. This past summer, we went to Florida again, and she gave a parenting tip of, halfway through the trip, one thing that'll always make your day better is to stop and get like ice cream or snowball or just something fun that the kids can enjoy and usually cool off with. And it's good for the parents too. But it's finding those small moments that can make the trip more enjoyable. You have to be on the lookout for them, or you have to be prepared for them.
Exactly. So it's also preparation, all right?
Oh, absolutely. You got to. And luckily for me, my wife is a very prepared type of person.
Nice. That's great. See, what I did when I went to visit my parents to surprise my mom is I wake up every single day at 4 o'clock in the morning. So instead of doing my morning routine, I decided, you know what? I'm going to have the night before all the stuff ready. And you're going to dump it in the car, and at 4:15, we're going to go. So they in their pajamas, I picked them up, put them in their seats, and they continued to sleep. And by the time that they woke up for the first stop, it was already light, and we were almost there. We had like an hour more to go. Right. So it's nice. And then it's just a matter of putting on a little bit of music, and they can survive and look around a little bit. However, we've been very lucky.
That comes with planning,
Yeah, absolutely. We've been very lucky because we had people saying to us, because it's the worst nightmare, no? You when we didn't have kids, you sit in an airplane, you go on a trip, and then you always sit next to the kid that cry, or behind or in front of the kid that cries the most, and then hear everyone complain. But then you're a father, and then you have kids, and you're like, oh my God, I hope my kid doesn't do that.
Well, I just got back from a business trip, and behind me was the kid who was kicking my seat and whatever. And thinking as a father, I'm like, this really isn't that bad. I'm able to fly across the United States, and all I have to deal with is a couple of kicks in the back of my chair. It's really not that bad of a deal. You just have to think about it in a positive way,
Yeah, there you go. That's the key. Absolutely. Well, we were very lucky. We actually got compliments from all the people around us saying like, "Wow, your kids were amazing. They were so quiet." I
That's
said, well,
awesome.
one fell asleep and the other one was happy watching whatever was on that small TV. So,
Right. Yep. Yep.
God,
Whatever works.
let's hope the next time goes just as well.
Right. Right. Thank you, God.
Yeah, exactly. Hey man, I hope you got all the information out of this that you were looking for. If so, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you hit the bell, then every time we come out with a new video, you will be informed. For now, thanks for listening and I hope to see you soon.